Nina, the night owl's feathered flight to dreamland. The sun has long since tucked itself behind the hills, leaving the treetops painted in silver by the light of the moon. A cool breeze carries the scent of pine and lavender, and the leaf rustle like soft whispers between old friends. Up in the highest branch of a curly old willow tree, nestled among a cozy bundle of feathers and fluff, sat Nina, the littlest night owl of Feather Bell Forest. She blinked once, then twice, and gave a soft little hoot that echoed gently across the trees. Tonight felt different. The stars above her blinked brighter than usual, and the moon, big and kind, smiled down like a sleepy lantern in the sky. Nina stretched her tiny wings, her feathers fluffing in the cool night air. She was just learning to fly. Not far, just fluttering from branch to branch, learning the shapes of the wind. But tonight, something tugged at her heart. A whisper in the wind, a tickle of something magical. From below the forest yawned. Fireflies blinked lazily among the flowers, and the sound of frogs singing lullabies rippled through the reeds by the river. It was a peaceful night, the kind of night when even dreams feel drowsy. Nina looked out over the treetops where a gentle mist curled like ribbons across the forest floor. Just beyond the tallest oak, a soft glow shimmered in the air, as if a star had floated too close and decided to rest among the branches. What's that? Nina whispered, her tiny voice barely louder than a breeze. No one answered. Mama Owl was already fast asleep in the knoll beside her, her wing draped softly over her face. The whole forest, it seemed, was in the middle of a deep, dreamy sigh. But Nina could not look away from the shimmer. It pulsed gently, almost like it was breathing or waiting. She blinked again, her feathers ruffled. Something inside her, a soft flutter, not fear but wonder, told her it was time. She tiptoed to the edge of her nest, gave her wings a little shake, and took a deep, bobbly leap into the air. Her flight was clumsy at first, like a floating feather, not quite sure which way to drift. But the wind catch her gently, cradling her like a lullaby. Down below, the forest hushed as Nina glided low over the treetops. The fireflies followed her like stars in her wake, and the breeze curled softly around her wings. The glowing shimmer in the distance twinkled brighter, like it had noticed her coming. It was not fast, it was not loud. It was slow, steady, and full of peace, like a dream unfolding. Nina followed the light through the trees, past the sleepy lily pond and over a mossy log bridge. Everywhere she went, the forest seemed to sigh in containment. And then just ahead, the glow settled in a small clearing, a perfectly round space surrounded by tall, sleepy trees and carpeted with soft blue grass. In the center of it all, a feather, not an ordinary feather. It shimmered silver just like the moon. It stood upright in the grass, gently glowing from within like it had been waiting. Nina landed quietly, her little claws brushing the moss like a whisper. She stepped closer, the feather shimmered again, and a tiny note of music floated into the air. No louder than a hush, but sweeter than anything Nina had ever heard. She tilted her head, something about the feather felt familiar, like home or a dream she had not had yet. As she reached out her wing to touch it, the forest around her seemed to hold its breath. And then the feather began to float. It rose slowly into the air, spinning gently. Light sparkled around it like a stardust catch in a breeze. And before Nina could ask where it was going, it began to drift upward toward the sky. Inviting her to follow, she looked up. The stars were catching. And Nina, the littlest night owl in Featherbell Forest, stretched her wings wide once more. The silver feather floated upward, spinning ever so slowly, like a leaf dancing in a quiet breeze, and Nina, wide eyed and curious, gently lifted from the mossy clearing with a single flutter of her wings. The air around her shimmered like moonlight on a lake. It was not just air, it was magic, soft and sparkling, with teeny specks of silver drifting like snowflakes. Though the night was warm and still above her, a path began to form. It was not made of stone or wood or even clouds. It was a trail of light, gentle, glowing, and curved like a ribbon, unfurling in the sky. The silver feather floated just ahead, leading the way. Nina followed her wings, gliding easily now, as if the very air had become a lullaby beneath her. The trees below grew smaller, their branches stuck in like sleeping arms. The lily pond sparkled once, then faded into the mist as she rose higher. And then she was not in the forest anymore. She was in the sky, but not the sky she had always known. The sky was softer, dreamer. It smelled faintly of peppermint and vanilla. Teeny bells tinkled in the distance, perhaps from the stars themselves, and everything around her glowed with a sleepy hush. Nina whispered the wind as gentle as a lullaby. You are on the path to dreamland now. She blinked, her little heart beating slow and calm. The silver feather paused in front of her, hovering patiently, and then she saw them, the stars. But these were not the stars she had seen from her nest, cold and far away. These stars were different, they were live. Some were shaped like teeny lanterns, flickering softly as they bobbed in the air. Others looked like glowing dandelions, spinning in slow, sleepy spirals. A few floated by like glowing bubbles, each one humming a different note of a bedtime tune. As Nina flew closer, the star whispered sweet things. Good evening, little owl. Dreams are waiting. You are doing wonderfully. These voices felt like warm blankets being tucked around her wings. The silver feather drifted towards a large glowing cloud that shimmered pink and lavender, like cotton candy under moonlight. It hovered here, and Neela landed gently on its surface. To her surprise, the cloud was solid beneath her feet. Soft, yes, but steady, like a puff of wool. And sitting right in the center was a round, sleepy star wearing a teeny nightcap. Hello, Nina said politely. This star yawned a big, slow yawn and blinked its golden eyes. Welcome to the cloud of wishes, it said. Every dreamer stalks here just before they reach the gates of dreamland. Nina tilted her head. I have never had a dream like this before. That's because you have never flown this far. The stars chuckled kindly. You are ready now. That feather you followed, it's no ordinary feather. It came from the dreamkeeper's clock. Nina gaped softly. The dreamkeeper? She had heard whispers about such a being from Mama Owl during story time. The dreamkeeper was said to guard the edge of the dreamlands, helping sleepy hearts find their way to soft slumbers and safe adventures. But why did it come to me? Nina asked. The sleepy star smiled because sometimes little owls with curious hearts are just what the dreamlands need. He tapped the cloud with a tiny spark from his tip, and a gentle hum filled the air. The silver feather rose once more, now shining brighter than before. It's time, the star whispered with a knowing nod. Nina took a breath, her wings fluttered. She felt a warmth grew inside her, not of fire but of courage wrapped in calm. As the feather floated on, she followed once again, leaving the cloud of wishes behind. The sky around her grew deeper now. The stars thinned, and a faint glowing arch appeared in the distance. It looked like a doorway made of moonlight, and beyond it, She could see something waiting, something wonderful, something peaceful, and something magical. The moonlight arch shimmered ahead, soft and inviting like the edge of a sleepy yawn. As Nina floated closer, the silver feather slowed, gently circling in place like it was waiting for her to catch up. The path behind her had faded into a trail of stardust, leaving only the soft hush of drifting winds and the hum of her own heart. Everything felt still, not the kind of still that's empty, but the kind that wraps around you like a warm quilt just before a sleep. She reached the ark and hovered for a moment. The feather dipped through it, and Nina followed, gliding beneath the moonbeam. The world changed. She was no longer in the sky. Now she was somewhere quieter, deeper. The air grew velvety and slow. The stars were gone, replaced by glowing wisps that floated lazily like fireflies wrapped in silk. The wind was no longer cool but cozy, like the scent of warm cinnamon drifting from an unseen kitchen. And then a voice called to her. Nina. It whispered light as a sigh. It was not a scary voice, it was gentle, ancient, and familiar. Like the way your name sounds when smoking by someone who's known it forever. She turned, and there, rising out of the quiet mist, stood a tall, swaying figure made of feathers and starlight. Its eyes were kind, glowing with the pale silver of the moon, and on its shoulders shimmered a cloak woven from thousands of glittering feathers. One of them, Nina realized, was the very feather she had followed. You have come far, little one, the dreamkeeper said softly. Nina nodded. Her voice clutched somewhere between wonder and comfort. I followed your feather. And you listen to it? The dreamkeeper replied, not everyone does. The feeder floated back to its place on the clock, gently tucking itself in. The dreamkeeper reached out a long feathery wing and brushed the air. In an instant, a soft silver of wind rose up around them, filled with tiny chimes and sleepy echoes. These are the whispering winds, the dreamkeeper said. They carry the dreams of the world, every wish, every soft thought before sleep, every quiet hope. They travel here first. Nina watched as the wind danced around her, weaving tales into the air. A child dreaming of flying on the back of a whale, an old cat curling up on a windowsill dreaming of chasing butterflies in her younger days, a boy in a small village dreaming of a music box that played lullabies from the stars. The dreams soon passed her gently, tickling her feathers with kindness. They are beautiful, Nina whispered. They are, said the dreamkeeper. But even dreams need someone to guide them, to carry them safely to the dreamland. That's where you come in. Me, Nina's eyes widened. You followed the feather, you trusted wonder, you flew the sky path and crossed the gate. You are ready to help. The dreamkeeper turned slowly, and before them a path of glowing wind stretched into the distance. It swept like a ribbon across a field of twilight. Far off, Nina could see a glowing place softly lit, like a candle in a window on a rainy night. The dreamlands. But how do I help? She asked. The dreamkeeper smiled. By being you. You will carry dreams, comfort them as they float, and keep them safe on their journey. Even the gentlest oil can be guardian when her heart listens. Nina felt something shift in her chest, a flutter of pride, a warm, sleepy joy. The silver feather now resting back on the clock glowed once more. You don't need to rush, the dreamkeeper said, stepping aside. You may rest, dream and explore. The dreamlands will welcome you. And so, with a heart full of soft wonder and wings light as whispers, Nina took her first step along the wind-woven path to the land of dreams. Ahead, the sky yawned into pinks and gold. Behind the starred whisper, your good nights. The wind path shimmered like moonlight resting on still water. As Nina glided forward, her wings barely moved, for the air itself seemed to carry her gently like a lullaby in motion. The dreamkeeper's voice faded behind her, replaced by a soft rhythmic hush, the sound of thousands of dreams drifting past like leaves on a stream. So the sky began to glow in shades of lavender and peach. Puffy clouds bloomed beneath her, not stark white like storm clouds, but soft as dandelions and glowing with faint hues, rose pink, butter yellow, and dusty blue. As Nina descended, they found herself entering what looked like a floating garden made entirely of clouds. Flowers curled like spun sugar, their petals puffing with each sleepy breeze, bush rustling not with leaves, but with tiny dream motes. Those same glowing orbs she had seen dancing on the whispering winds. And and perched in the center of it all stood an old sundial, half buried in the cottony floor. Around it, resting gently in nest made of cloud lace, were dozens of shimmering jars each softly lift from within. Nina landed quietly and tilted her head with curiosity. One of the jars bigger, she stepped closer. Inside it floated a paper boat, folded perfectly, its said drawn with crayons. As Nina peered in, a quiet whisper reaches her ear. I wish I could sail to the end of the sky and back again before breakfast. A forgotten wish. The air around her filled with gentle murmurs, childlike hopes, half spoken dreams, sleepy wonders that had been wished once long ago, then tucked away and lost in time. There were jars filled with little ballerina shoes, music boxes, plush animals, paint brushes, keys, and glowing feathers. Each one had a story, a forgotten wish that had floated too far, waiting patiently to be remembered. Nina's eyes sparkled with quiet wonder. She had never imagined such a place could exist. A garden where forgotten wishes rested, still glowing faintly like sleepy stars in early morning light. And then she heard it, a faint rustle, not the wind, not a dream, but something waking. From the edge of the garden, a shape emerged, fluffy and curled like a sleepy cloud creature. It yawned softly and blinked eyes that glowed like honey. Hello, Nina said gently. The creature is small and round with tuft of misty fur and ears like tiny claws. Blink again and wavered forward. You are not a dream, it murmured. You are real. I think so, Nina smiled. I'm Nina. I followed the wind path. The cloud creature stretched as if it had been asleep for years. I'm Puffle. It said with a sigh, guardian of the cloud garden. Though I may have dozed off for a century or two, Nina giggled softly. Puffle waded toward one of the jars and tapped it lightly. These are the dreams that were whispered once, then forgotten. But they never stopped glowing, they just needed someone to remember them. Can they still come true? Nina asked. Puffle nodded slowly. Sometimes, but mostly they just want to be seen, to be held in the heart again. Nina looked out over the garden. All those tiny dreams drifted in silence, waiting for someone to care. I want to remember them, she said, even no one else does. Puffle's sleepy smile grew wide. Then you are a true dream friend. The wind picked up again, soft and kind, and a gentle bell rang from the sundial. Somewhere far ahead, a new path was forming, one that would carry Nina deeper into the dreamlights. But first, Puffle said with a wink, you may rest here a while. This garden is made of greens and quiet, and you have earned a moment of stillness. Nina curled into a little hollow of cloud beside a jar filled with stardust and tiny bells. As she closed her eyes, the dreams hummed softly around her, each one a lullaby from a forgotten child's heart. And there in the quiet garden, Nina drifted deeper and deeper into dream. In the hush of twilight, Nina slowly awoke to the muffled hum of distant lullabies. The cloud garden had quieted. Perfil was snoring gently beneath a blanket of cotton mist, and the sky above had shifted once more, now painted with a soft silvery blue that shimmered like velvet under moonlight. Nina stood, stretching her wings gently. She felt rested, wrapped in something peaceful and light, as though the dreams had shared their magic with her while she slept. Far beyond the sundial, a bridge of light appeared, made of dewdrops and soft feathers. It arched across the sky like a ribbon, beckoning her onward, the final path. Perfil stared, blinking up at her sleepily. It's time, he whispered. You are nearly home. Nina nodded, her heart warm and steady. Thank you, Perfil, for keeping the forgotten dreams. The little flawed creature smiled and thank you for remembering that. With that, Nina leaped into the sky, wings outreached. The bridge cradled her like a breeze, lifting her high into the dreamy heavens. Ahead, nestled among the stars, floated a crescent-shaped island of soft stone and glowing moons, a place known only to the very sleepiest of dreams. This was the Moon World. It shimmered in the center of the island, a glowing pool of still water, silver and starlit, as smooth as glass. A circle of moonflowers surrounded it, their petals slowly open and closing in time with each sleepy breath. Nina laid it gently on the edge of the well, her feathers catching the soft moonlight. She peered into the water and gasped, for inside the moon well were all the memories of her journey, the glowing jars of wishes, the dreamkeeper's golden ladder, the whispering winds, the feathered path, and even her own reflection surrounded by stars. But more than that, she saw her nest, her tree, and the quiet forest where it had all begun. A hush fell. At the moonbell spoke not with words but with soft feelings like warm hands on her back, like a lullaby. Haunt by someone who loves you. You have followed the mind, the moonwell whispered within her heart. You have honored dreams, and now, sweet traveler, it's time to return. Hina closed her eyes. She had seen so much, felt so much, but now home was calling. The moonwell shimmered brighter, then released a single glowing droplet into the sky. It floated toward her like a blessing, settling softly onto her chest. A gentle warmth spread through her feathers, peaceful and whole. The stars above began to shift, forming a wide spiral, a sleepy tunnel lined with light and memory, a path home. Nina stepped into the spiral. She drifted, falling not down but inward, like sinking into a dream wrapped in silk. The stars spun gently around her, and her body felt light, as if made of mist and feathers. And just like that, Nina found herself once more in her cozy nest, tucked beneath her favorite leaf blanket and moon peeking through the branches above. Was it all a dream? Perhaps, but in her talon, nested safely, was one tiny jar from the garden, glowing faintly with a child's wish to fly with the stars and never feel alone. Nina smiled. She placed the jar gently beside her and curled in close. The wind rustled the trees with a hush, 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 and a nightingale began to sing in the distance. All was well, all was quiet, and Nina was home.